You ready to do this?
Let's go.
Welcome to JK Games, the gaming podcast where we bring you the gaming news we care about.
And maybe some that we don't.
Whether you play on easy mode
or you like a good challenge.
This is a show where we'll try to level up your gaming knowledge. Gaming knowledge.
Let's go. Would you rather tune in or nah?
Yeah, well, seems like some people said nah.
I guess so, yeah.
Maybe we'll get a little busy in here later, but you know what? Joke's on them. They're missing out on a great episode. Everybody,
welcome.
If this is your first time tuning in, hey, this is Jerica and Kayla. We talk about video games and occasionally other things.
Yep.
But mainly we're just here to goof off, play around, and please don't take us seriously.
Especially today.
You're here for serious business. You're in the wrong you're in the wrong channel. So
I think that today, especially, who knows, we might have some controversial opinions. I feel like maybe. Who knows? We'll just find out, because today we are playing a game, something we don't necessarily always do on this channel, but it's really fun. Me and Jerica were just talking the other day. We were like, let's play a game. Let's just play a little game. So today we're going to play Would You Rather Gaming Edition, and a lot of you guys submitted us some questions. And Jerica also got some help from our podcasting friends Respawn Aim Fire, who have also done this kind of episode. So you should go watch. If you like this, you should also go watch theirs. But I'm excited to get into that and to hear about what Jerica has been playing and just catch up with you guys and just chat. How are you doing today, Jerica?
I'm going to be honest. I'm a little tired, but you know what? Just pushing through. It's the holidays. Well, basically, it's the holidays. Basically. There's a lot going on. As soon as the turkey month's here, it's just like most gaming plans can get... gaming plans can go out the window. When I'm not playing games, I'm having to take down Halloween decor and then put up Christmas decor.
You know what? That's a good question. I would love to know, Jerica. When do you put up your Christmas decorations, and have you done that yet?
I'm skipping Thanksgiving. No, yes! I haven't put them up yet, but literally if I had the option, like if all this, like my next off day, I'm literally going to put up all the Halloween stuff back in the attic and get down the Christmas stuff.
Let's go.
So I'm just like, might as well not put it off. Like just swap them out.
That's what I agree. And I enjoy Thanksgiving, obviously. Like, I love good food.
But who's decorating?
Who's decorating? Nobody. And I always tell people, because some people like to get, in a fuss about people decorating early for Christmas. I'm like, the turkey tastes the same with the tree up, man. The turkey tastes the same. You can still enjoy a nice Thanksgiving dinner with your nice little lights up,
I feel like you'd want that.
Yeah.
I feel like the tree makes the turkey. If anything, I think the turkey tastes better with the tree.
I agree.
Lit and stuff.
You guys, you're welcome to your own opinion. Sound off in the chat. Let us know. Tree before or after Thanksgiving. Now, Jerica, do you do a fake tree or a real tree?
I'm going to be real. I'm going to be honest. Mm-hmm. We're not big. We don't decorate a lot.
Okay, that's fine.
We put out a few things for Halloween, but honestly, I'm just so lazy.
That's fine.
Lazy is the wrong time frame. See, I'm trying to play. I'm inspired. No. Don't put words in my mouth over here. I'm inspired. Okay, Kayla. But here's the deal. Like, I don't have any room. I barely, if you can't see the room right now, hold on.
Yes. Show. Oh no. What is this?
I can't hear you. But I got storage. I got stuff in here. I got the Gallahorn. I got this. Okay. I got a Pikachu pillow
that's cute.
We didn't need this. But it's here. It is cute. I love it.
That's cute.
I just don't have a spot for it.
Yeah. Put them in your chair.
This room doesn't look too cluttered.
No.
But there's a whole shelf of other things.
That's perfect.
Over here.
Wow.
But this is all the space I got, right?
You can't really see
This is basically our living room, too. This is basically the living room as well. We don't have a tree because we don't have a spot for it.
That's
I had a tree that was this big. Like, literally probably like this. We used to have that put up in the corner. But now there's like tons of records there, which where do I put I don't have any place to put the records, to put the tree.
Yeah. I get that.
I'm sorry I went on a rant, but I'm out. We are out of space.
Tegan, not Sarah,
like the closets,
the essentials.
Listen, I know that didn't seem like a lot, but I promise you, we are out of space.
Well,
we have a storage unit. We had to get a storage unit.
This is the problem, the blessing and the curse of being like a collector, right?
Yeah, it sucks.
There's a lot of stuff. It's it sucks and it's great at the same time. Also, I love that Pikachu. That was adorable.
I'm just gonna put it over here. So it's just staring at me. Yeah.
I don't think you can see placement? It in the frame. Put it in your lap. Perfect.
Okay.
That's perfect. Also, thank you, Tegan, not Sarah, for the sub. I appreciate it so much. You've been subscribed for a while, and we appreciate it. Violet Oasis said no comment. CC said, we keep driving past inflatable turkeys, and despite trying to gently correct her, my daughter insists they're chickens.
They are chickens. Let's lean into it. They're chickens. I'm fine with that.
More feathery chickens. Well...
I'm sorry to get on that rant. Like, last thing, I am inspired. I want to put up more Christmas decor, but I have no room for it. So I'm gonna dial it back. There's no tree, but I have a lot of what's the wrap?
Oh,
like the garland. Garland's everywhere in my house because you can wrap that. It's a Christmas tree that could be wrapped around anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I'm a big fan of burritos. Garland is the burritos of Christmas trees.
That's amazing.
You can put them around anything, and it counts. Like it's made of the same stuff.
I appreciate your passion and energy around this.
I just get annoyed. It's not Christmas's fault.
No,
it's honestly just I just don't have enough space for Christmas.
Hey, I get it, and I also love Christmas and I love decorating, but you don't have to have a tree. You can make anything a tree. You could wrap garland around your PS5 and make that your tree.
That's probably going to be it. Yeah. We're going to have it underneath the TV above the PlayStation. But I don't have any room for trees. I want a tree. One day I'll have room for a tree. Anywho.
In the chat, just a couple more. Aravi said, how dare you stream 15 minutes before surprise song Taylor Swift, Argentina Night 3. That was a mouthful.
Oh yeah, I forgot that's going on.
It is.
Is she gonna sing to us?
I think so. She should pick like a she has a song called Glitch, and potentially inspired by our previous name, Glitch Girls Gaming. Maybe she picks that song,
Don't say well, we might have to pay her something. I don't want to owe Taylor Swift anything.
She doesn't have enough money. She needs our royalties from our stream.
She's a businesswoman.
She is. I think she just hit like a billionaire status, which is phenomenal. Love that for her. That's not us though.
There you go. I bet she's got plenty of room for multiple Christmas trees.
Yeah.
I want more room for trees.
Well, if this is your first time seeing us, let's just do a quick little housekeeping, do our loadout really quick, put on our gear, put on our Christmas decorations, wrap our lights around, get our ornaments hung up. If this is your first time seeing us, welcome. We appreciate you. Like Jerica said, we do all kinds of different things on this channel. If you're interested, please make sure to go to Instagram and follow us. It's just JK Games Podcast on Instagram, on Twitter /X, whichever you prefer to call it. TikTok.
One of those things.
TikTok, and then Twitch if you're watching live. Thank you so much for being here. It's a lot of fun chatting with you guys live. But if you're watching after the fact or you want to watch after the fact, we also have YouTube, and you can find us on all other podcasting platforms. So what we're going to go ahead and get into, we lay out our episodes in a couple different sections, depending on what kind of episode we're doing. Last episode, we did a full feature on Resident Evil, the whole franchise. If you want to check that out, it's on YouTube now, and there's some visuals to go along with it. It was a really fun one. It's goofy. It's a good time. You should definitely check it out. But today we're going to go over and kind of catch up a little bit since it's a more chill episode. Going to talk about what we've been playing in our easy mode. Going to talk about a couple of news things, just a few little things. And then Jerica has so kindly put us together a presentation on some would you rather topics that we also would love for you guys to play around with.
It's to present the questions so everybody at home can play. That's it. That's it.
And please do. We really we're going to answer them, and y'all should definitely also answer them.
Some of these can be really hard.
Yeah.
I've made some specifically for Kayla to watch her sweat. I really wanted her to struggle with a few of these.
I love that. I love that. Cognitive Clip said, no idea that was your OG name, so clearly I was bound to find your channel eventually. Wow. Yes, because his name previously was Cognitive Glitch. Or I think that's what they use sometimes on other things. Yes, it was. Jerica actually originally was Glitch Girl Gaming, right? When you started streaming.
Yeah, but then I became a woman. And I was like, it's time to grow up.
Time to grow up.
It's time. I want everybody to say that's the Glitch Woman. But then that didn't roll off the tongue. So I was like, we got to change our name. Okay, cool. Our name's Jerica and Kayla.
Yeah.
JK.
We had a big, we were Glitch Girls. We were Glitch Girls for a year, I think. And then we ended up doing a full rebrand. It was a good time. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. I would love to hear Jerica, because we haven't got a chance to talk about some of the things that you're playing, and you've been streaming lately. Also, if you missed it, Jerica is planning on streaming tomorrow as well.
Yes, because if I don't make plans now, I will go to sleep. So I made plans, and I told the internet that I will be here tomorrow at 9:00 Central.
Ooh.
Ish.
That's fine. No, but we'll show up. But what else you been playing? Tell us about Alan Wake. What else you got on the docket? You finished a game recently.
Without spoilers, because Kayla hasn't finished, I beat Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2 was great. I enjoyed it without giving away anything. Definitely it was a better game than Spider-Man 1. Ooh. That's a given. I enjoyed it. They add a few new, I guess, mechanics for getting around the city. And I really like that. You have a little wingsuit.
I love the wingsuit.
Okay, cool. I was like, oh yeah, no, that's not a surprise. But I feel like you get that pretty early on. Yeah, the wingsuit's great.
Yeah,
traversal. There's 0 load times, which that's really freaking cool. Like if you have obviously you have to play it on the PS5. It's the only place you can play.
It's true.
Not compare it somewhere else, but it is a true representation of what the SSD can do.
Yes, it's so smooth. It looks phenomenal. Probably the best game I've played on PS5.
If you fast travel anywhere on the map, it's an instant you're there. It's so cool.
Yeah.
We're in the future, Kayla. It's amazing. I'm glad we're here.
Yeah.
And we'll eventually do a full spoiler episode on Spider-Man 2, because I would love to have your husband's opinion. I would want yours too, but I also want to pick his brain.
Yeah, because he knows a lot about the lore and everything. Yeah, and I know some, but not the full.
He knows some of the business when it comes to the Spider-Man and what things they could be cooking up. But I will say this, after beating all of it, I'm more excited about what Spider-Man 3 might be than I was about this game. When I beat the first Spider-Man, I was like, I'm sure there'll be a sequel, but I wasn't hankering for the next thing. I wasn't going to the internet and asking, Googling, what's this mean? Yeah. What does this mean? I want to know what I immediately started doing that because they do set it up in a place where you are going to be wanting more. That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. But the game's fun. I love playing as Miles. He's still my favorite. His abilities.
He has a lot of really cool ones.
I like that he can go invisible and use, electricity. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Spider-Man 2, it's definitely up there for my game of the year. It's going to be close. I can't really say what my game of the year is just yet. So stay tuned for that. I gotta keep chipping away at Alan Wake, because Alan Wake, I've also started it. And Alan Wake 2, to be exact. And it is so cool. I think you're gonna love it because we love Resident Evil.
Yes.
And there's definitely a lot of similarities in terms of how you fight in the game, gunplay, resource management, not to that extent, but slightly
similar.
Even the inventory system looks like Resident Evil, the little squares you fit things in places. There's definitely some visual inspiration from Resident Evil,
which is cool.
But it's definitely its own thing. It is definitely a Remedy game, because, you know, we talked a little bit about like playing Control.
Yes.
We both played that. I played the first Alan Wake, but it's been years ago. I never beat it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's definitely not like the first Alan Wake. I mean, it's been like 10 years. So technology is leaps ahead now. But the things they're doing in the game for storytelling, and literally no pun intended, because it is all about a story, and Alan Wake is a writer writing a story.
Which is cool.
But there's some elements they've incorporated into this game that make you think harder, but it's not like too complicated. If you like maybe solving mysteries,
psychological kind of in a way.
Yeah. Okay. But there is a gameplay mechanic that I recently discovered through my last playthrough, like where you can really. It definitely encourages you to explore the area and see what happens.
Yeah. I like that a lot though, because that's like, it's cool because there's like more possibilities and it encourages you to like do like walk around and explore, and I like that kind of thing.
And I'm terrified the whole time, Kayla. Kayla, I haven't had, I'm not easily startled.
Yeah.
I was playing this the other day. I was playing a little bit more the other day. I wasn't streaming. I was just playing. I played like maybe 20 minutes, but I hopped up here and I started playing, and like, it wasn't too much, but I was just like, I'm not in the right headspace like to enjoy it, because I want to enjoy this. I'm like, I'm just not in the mood to be spooked, okay? Yeah. I'm scared. So I was playing, and like Audrey was working behind me. It was like her work day. I was off, and I'm playing this game like every like probably couple minutes. I'm like, because like things are just like coming out of nowhere, and if you play with headphones on, you hear like things saying the character's name, and like, oh, it's terrifying, but not like in your face. But yeah, it's definitely psychological, and it's just freaky. It makes you uncomfortable.
I like that.
A little nervous, actually really nervous. It makes you nervous. If you don't want to feel nervous, don't play this game. But like, and then just the art direction for the game. I will say this, like, this game has won Game of the Year in terms of art direction.
That's a specific category, isn't it?
I think so, yeah. And just, they have... A Remedy game has such a... I don't know the word I'm looking for. It is a blueprint. Like, this is their foundation, is all the things that you see in this game. Like, there's an incorporation of live action in the game.
There's a brand.
They had a little bit of control. Yeah, and there's, really... There's trendy... Like, their art department nailed it. Like, the vibe and the aesthetic of everything is just so satisfying and pretty and cool. Like, it's just cool. I feel like everyone that works at Remedy is just, like, too cool for school. Like, they're the hipsters. They're the hipster studio. Like, just making really cool stuff and make it look easy. I know it wasn't, but... Anyways, Alan Wake 2 is really great. It's creepy. It's fun. I haven't beaten it yet. I'm chiseling away. I hope to have it done by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Like... I gotta get that one beat.
Yeah.
But it might be my game of the year too.
Ooh.
It's already like in a really good spot to like knock some kneecaps off of these other games.
Blow some skirts up. Tegan Not Sarah said, "Hey Google, please order every Spider-Man comic ever made."
And all right, I'll do it.
And also said Alan Wake 2 and Spider-Man 2, huge games for the end of the year. 100% agree. Which is what we're going to talk about that a little bit later, because those nominations are going to come out soon. And I was
tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's
tomorrow.
Sunday.
Right.
So Monday.
Yeah.
The 13th.
Have you been playing anything else, Jerica, or is that your two main things, or anything else?
That's it. Barely. I can't fit anything else with moving, decor, washing the dog, doing laundry. There's no other time for anything else.
And we've both been kind of under the weather too.
Yeah, on top of that, I've been sick. Yeah, we both got the crud.
Blech.
Ugh.
Crud.
Ugh.
It's the seasons, man. Well, for me, Jerica did mention, and we talked about it a little bit in the beginning, I am also playing Spider-Man 2. I'm not sure exactly how far I am. Again, I was also like sick when we got back from vacation. I also poorly timed my vacation, and we went like right on the day that Spider-Man 2 released. And so we came back and we were having to like cram. Hunter, my husband, is a really big Marvel fan. Oh, thanks, CC, for the little cheers. Appreciate it. Boo, crud, yay, gaming. Yes, 100% agree. Big Spider-Man fan, big Marvel fan, and he has completed it. And so he's dying to talk to me about it as well. So I'm trying to hurry and finish. I am going to play Alan Wake 2 for sure. And one thing I did start, I talked about it last week, so I won't, or last time we were recorded, I don't want to get too much into it, but I'm still working through Inscription as well, which has been a really great time. Trying not to rush it because there's just so much to it, and I want to make sure I really savor it because it is one of Jerica's favorite games. And so I wanted to make sure to play it because she highly recommended it to me. Which on the kind of like days where I'm wanting to play more with friends or just like kind of like mindlessly play some shooter game, I've been playing Fortnite, and they have recently re-released and gone back to just having like their OG. It's called like Fortnite OG, and it's really fun because they do something cool where like they really listen to like what fans are asking them to do, and they just do, like update things all the time where they'll just have like fun little events. I'm sure you guys know, like you've seen some of the crazy things they'll do. But they have gone back to like the original map, which is really fun. So I remember a lot of it. I played back when it first came out. I had no idea what I was doing. I wasn't really into like battle royale type. This is like probably the first one I ever played. But it's fun. It's like very nostalgic if you played the original map. So, but not really anything different aside from that. Like they brought back the old map, the old guns. It's definitely just fun to play with your friends. So that's really all I've been playing. I have been wanting to try the new Mario game that just came out. Was it Super Mario Wonder that came out recently? I really have been wanting to try that. I probably will wait.
I do too.
Until it goes on sale, probably for like Black Friday. You know, it probably will. But it looks really cute. I want to try that. There's a lot of stuff I want to try. I also want to bring back, I don't have one prepared for today, but like my like indie game spotlight. Because there's a lot of really good ones that have also released this year alongside all of the big like AAA releases this year. There's been a lot of really great indie games. Maybe we could do like a end of the year like indie game wrap up or something like that.
We're going to have to do something because this has been like the biggest year in gaming.
Yeah.
Like, there's just so many games that came out.
Yeah. Oh, Mario Wonder is a hit for a weekend co-op with the girlfriend. Game Over Cholo said. That's what I've heard is that it's really fun for co-op. So I might have to try that. CC said, Wonder, loving it so far. I still have a couple more worlds to go through before I'm done. Also, Nintendo discounting a new game for LOL at Nintendo discounting it.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
They don't do that. Yeah, they like their money.
That's
they
more
make
like
me buy things.
Console games usually, especially at like Target. Which, by the way, we have an older.
They might have to.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
No.
I was just gonna say we have a older episode where we talk about like a gamer's gift guide, which it's like pretty old. It's like older, but I feel like a lot of it still applies if you're curious what to get the gamer in your life, or if you are a gamer and want suggestions on things. What are you gonna say, Jerica?
I'm just saying Target usually gets their buy two get one free.
Yeah,
and that might qualify.
Yeah, that would be really cool. I know they usually it's like all video games usually. I feel like. But aside from that, definitely going to be trying to buy some games for myself this holiday season. That's really all for me. Do we want to move on to a couple bits of news that we have?
Yeah, I promise I won't go all day on the one thing.
We'll save that for the end because I want you to have your moment. I really do. I want you to have your moment.
Yeah, but it's sort of been diminished. Okay,
Aww, man,
it has.
Well, teaser for later. So really one thing that I am personally not a huge Rockstar / GTA fan, but I know a lot of people are, and a lot of people...
The whole world.
Yeah, the whole world's been asking for this, right? So it is unfortunate because I think they had to say this because there was something leaked, wasn't there? Like, I think something was leaked.
I don't know if they did it because they had the plans, but like Washington Post, I think old Jason Schreier was just like, hey, Rockstar's about to announce something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been rumored for a while. They had a big leak like earlier in the year as well, like just some like some pre I don't know, is it pre-alpha? One of those things, like footage of the game. It's not done, and people were like talking about how bad it looks. I'm like, the game's not done. Like, you're looking at undone stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did I say that right? Undone stuff.
Yeah, looking at stuff, that's not finished. Yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with you? Quit looking at it and judging it. Yeah. Anyways.
But yeah, they announced that it is coming. So, I mean, I'm excited. I will play it.
Oh, yeah. It's been like I participated in taking a picture or sharing a picture of myself now. And then, you know, when 5 came out.
I saw that.
Like a baby.
Oh my gosh, I wish you would show it.
I would if I could easily put it up here, but I'll break the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, it's been years.
I mean,
I can't believe that we're about to have another Grand Theft Auto come out.
So what they said was Rockstar Games tweeted, quote, "We are very excited to let you know that in early December, we will release the first trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto. We look forward to many more years of sharing these experiences with all of you. Thank you, Sam Hauser." Do we think that this means Game Awards or a separate thing?
Possibly. Yeah, no, I could definitely see the Game Awards. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think it would too. And when do we think launch? Probably a while, right?
I would think no. They Rockstar is pretty good at like not announcing until they're ready to put this bad boy out. Like if anything, end of next year, early 2025.
Okay, I think that's good.
I definitely think it's. I think the goal is probably having it out next year.
Like maybe next year for holiday or something. That would be really cool. But yeah, we'll be participating. I think that I saw your post and what was it, like 2013 was the last GTA. Yep. That's crazy.
Yep.
CC said Rockstar needs to invest in some Depends with all these leaks. I don't know if that. Oh, I was about to say
adult diapers, Kayla.
I was about to say
you'll need them one day.
I was about to say I don't know what that means. Boozebags JD said Rockstar had a projection for a big cash influx in their financial projections for the end of their upcoming fiscal year. Well, that would make sense.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
They're about to make money for the next 10 years again.
Yeah.
You know?
But yeah, next piece of news, like we said earlier, tomorrow, if you're listening live on, it'll be on Monday, the Game Awards nominees are going to be announced. I think they said, Jeff Keighley said it was in a live stream. They're going to announce it, right? I think that he said that it was going to be live.
I missed that. Okay, cool.
I could be making that up. I don't think I am. But I could be.
I believe you. Whatever. It's 50-50 chance here. That's why we were like, don't take us seriously.
Yeah.
You'll have a good time here.
We're just fun. You know, we're just having a good time. But one thing that I did want to talk about is who do we think is going to be nominated, right? What nominees for the Game of the Year? Jerica, do you know how many nominees there normally are? Off the top?
Isn't it 5?
Is it 5? That sounds right.
I feel like 5.
Because there's more than 5 games that I feel like would qualify. There's so many.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's so many. I don't know what these. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Yeah,
I have no idea. Like Spider-Man 2 is in there somewhere. Tears of the Kingdom.
Oh, I forgot about Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my god.
Baldur's Gate. I mean, it's gonna come down to Baldur'sAte and Tears of the Kingdom.
You think so?
Those 2 games are. They're gonna have to have a fight. Like someone's gonna have to D&D roll some dice or put the dice, fuse the dice with the romance option.
6
and make a vehicle.
The Penguin and CC said
I was trying to make a joke.
Oh.
I don't know if that landed. It didn't. It's fine. I was making a joke about Baldur's Gate and Tears of the Kingdom and like role playing versus crafting and squishing and using gum to stick things together and fly around the kingdom.
I love that. That was perfect.
They're gonna have to fight to the death.
A couple of things that I wrote down that would be qualifying. Teague Not Sarah said nailed it. We were with you the whole time. I was like looking at the comments and not even paying attention. I'm so sorry, Jerica.
Because Jerica's you're probably like, there's just Jerica talking about some nonsense again. It's fine. I'm full of nonsense. It's fine.
I put just a couple of like the big games that came out, like that have come out are Baldur's Gate 3, Spider-Man 2, Final Fantasy 16. We forgot about that. That came out this year, right? That was this year.
Oh, I didn't forget about it. That's probably the game I've had the most fun with.
Yeah.
So Spider-Man 2 beat it by a hair.
We should definitely do like we're gonna have to do like our predictions or our picks. Like we're gonna have to do an episode around that. I think that would be fun.
Yes, we'll do our game of the years.
And then
Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah, that qualifies, also, right? Because it's a remake.
It does, but I don't think it needs a seat at the table. It's a remake.
That's fair.
Granted, a lot of people worked and made a great remake, but I think there's just too much
new.
There's no space. Just like my Christmas tree.
No room
it can't
in the inn.
Fit anywhere.
No room in the inn. Starfield also could be in the running, right?
I don't think it's gonna make it.
Oh
no, which also is in my I don't think it's gonna make it. I don't think it's gonna be able to squeeze in there.
Okay.
I think if anything, what game were we just talking about? Resident Evil 4.
Oh, Resident Evil 4.
Alan Wake is gonna knock. Also, it needs a good seat.
Yeah,
it's gonna have a good seat. Oh, how many do we have?
Okay, Baldur's Gate, 6? Spider-Man, FF16.
It's in there. No. Oh, Baldur's Gate, Tears of the Kingdom are 1 and 2, 2 and 1.
Okay.
Definitely one of them are the winners. You got
Spider-Man,
Alan Wake, Spider-Man 2. So that's 4.
Okay. Resident Evil.
What's the other one?
Diablo 4 as well.
Oh God, what else?
Starfield. That's really all I got. Game Over Cholo said Joystick's Ultimate Game of the Year had FF16 as 5th, RE4 as 4th, Spider-Man 2 as 3rd, Zelda as 2nd, and Baldur's Gate 3 winning.
I can't wait to see them fight to the death.
And then Penguin also said
and stick stuff to each other.
I interrupted your joke again. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's fine. How quickly can Tears of the Kingdom romance Baldur's Gate? How quickly? Within the first hour? I don't know.
I still want to play Baldur's Gate.
I think they fixed that glitch. I don't know if that was a glitch or not, a bug.
That was a glitch that you could romance really quickly? Ooh.
Like, really quickly. Like, that game it's sex, Kayla. It's a lot of sex. Yep. It's on my to-do list.
Yes. Speaking of.
No pun intended.
Me too, but like we said, I think we talked about this in a previous episode. Like, I want to play it with people. Like, I think that would be the most fun.
Hi-Fi Rush? Yeah.
Yes.
Hi-Fi Rush was also a great game. I don't know. That last spot is going to be tough. I don't know what fits in there. I don't know who's going to fight.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then the Penguin also said, like we were talking about earlier, Super Mario Wonder. Mario games, they usually got a seat at the table.
Is there been like, what makes this is it considered, would you consider it one of the best Mario games ever made? I think it would have to be that to be able to be in this category this year. Mm-hmm. It would have to be the best Mario game.
For sure. Well,
but I'm also creating standards that aren't what they actually go by. So don't listen to me.
Okay. I am very curious to see what happens. Definitely will be doing an episode on our personal game of the year. So definitely circle back later on to see.
Starfield was a great time, but I don't think it'll make it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
There's a lot.
I loved it. I liked it.
Oh,
it was good.
Oh my gosh. Game Over Cholo. Also, Jedi Survivor could have won on another year. This one hardly makes the list. I mean, yeah, it had a lot of problems, but I still really enjoyed it personally. I finished it this year. It'll probably be in my personal top 5, probably.
I would hate to be a game this year.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's hard in these streets. There's a lot of...
It is.
There's a lot of pockets you're trying to make yourself look real sexy for,
Speaking of sexy, tell us about N7 Day this year, Jerica.
N7 Day was sexy. It was so sexy.
You're sporting the jacket today.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna wear it for a minute. The Mass Effect hype lives again.
Woo!
I need to put it back in the closet though, because I'm not gonna be able to play this game until I'm like 40, 42, 41, 40. I'm gonna be in my 40s when I play the next Mass Effect. But hopefully not. You can be optimistic, because a lot of people have these sources, and these sources might not know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
so
it's possible.
Regardless, N7 Day happened. I will recap so quickly. There was a post from BioWare saying, "We love all of you. Thank you for being Mass Effect fans again." I'm sure this is not what was actually in the blog post, but this is my interpretation. yeah, it's not no new Mass Effect game, but the BioWare store is going to email you 50 million times today to tell you things are 50% off. You should buy this body pillow that looks like Garrus. You should buy this apron that has N7 on it. Anyways, there's just so much Mass Effect merch out there, but no games. I'm not trying to be a downer. So, I didn't have my hopes up for N7 Day because so they announced the next Mass Effect 2020? 2021?
Something like that.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, somewhere. It's been 3 years, so every year since then, N7 Day, BioWare puts out a poster that has clues in it to where the story's going. Which I love that. I think it's cool. It just really sucks when you're having to wait 365 days to hear something new about this game.
Yeah.
And it stinks. I think they announced it way too early. Unfortunately, I think I don't think it's, I'm going to be honest. I love it. I love it so much. I'm so glad they're working on the next one, but I wish I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Or I wish if I knew about it, don't show me anything else until you're getting closer to really giving me a date.
I think that's fair, especially
the trailer. I think the trailer would have been enough, but every N7 Day with the picture, and I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is for it. I just don't want to be told that it's, sources say there's apparently, sources. Jeff Grubb, I think he shared that potentially, I don't have it in front of me, but potentially sources are claiming that this game's far off.
Yeah.
Far off. 2029
Oof.
Is where it might be landing. So, yeah, that could sort of diminish the hype a little bit.
Yeah.
But, like I said, I didn't have my hopes up, but we got a blog post, so I'm sure I knew there was going to be a picture, but then there was binary code in the font. So all these nerds went in there and put together, it was a website, a QR code or something, took someone to a site, and had a countdown. And every hour there was a new code that people were able to find. I think one was in a picture. And anyways, at the end of the day, there was 3 short clips that you put them together, and it's a scene of a new character and an amazing, I will say this, the outfit's phenomenal. It's basically if, Warlock and Destiny was in Mass Effect, and it was an N7 jacket. The collar's huge, very, very noir-esque, but also Tron.
Yeah, that's fun.
Futuristic. It looks so freaking dope.
It looks
definitely
cool.
A female character. It's a female. Very feminine shape.
Mm-hmm.
Boots walking.
Boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. And they turn around, look at the camera. They do that little... I'm going to do it. They have a helmet on, though. You can't see who it is. So, here's the thing. I'm one of those people that want Shepard back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I want him back. I'm going to die on that hill. You can hate me. You can love me for it, but I want Shepard back. I think that would be a fix to the story. There's a lot of ways they could go and make this happen, but I'm not a writer, so it wouldn't be that great. But I'm sure they have way better ways of doing it. So I hope it's Shepard, but just tell me if it is or not. I wish they would just tell me that.
Would you want to know?
Tell me yeah, of course. I think we all should know.
Okay.
If I'm going to have to wait until 2029 to play this game, I need to get my head on straight that I'm not going to have Shepard back.
Okay.
Instead of the week before or whatever, or a year before. Go ahead and tell us it's a brand. That's why I'm thinking maybe it is. Maybe they will figure out a way to bring Shepard back. Mm-hmm. And I have no idea. I just wish they'd tell us that.
Okay.
I just want to know that. I just want to know that. Maybe they don't have to tell me anything else. Yeah, whatever. Doubt it. I'm not optimistic. I'm angry, but I love Mass Effect, but I'm angry. I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to be positive about it, or I'm excited. I'm going to be excited. I am. But I'm not going to feel great about it and confident about it until they put out Dragon Age Dreadwolf.
Yeah.
Until that game comes out, I'm going to try to forget that this exists. It doesn't exist. Okay. I'm off my rant now.
All right.
But yeah, it was a cool trailer. I didn't expect a trailer. I didn't expect any moving things. I expected a picture.
Yeah. Because that's what you've been given.
This game might be really far off. And wow, we have the 8 viewers that just listened to my Mass Effect rant are still here. So thank you for listening to me be happy and angry at the same time.
Well, it's helpful for me as a person who has not consumed this game yet to know.
Good for you. Don't play it yet. Don't give them the satisfaction.
I got
you
it.
Play that game when you know if it's Shepard or not. Because you don't need to have your heart ripped out of your chest either.
Yeah. I get that.
And strung around. BioWare just has me by the... They have a string wrapped around my big toe and they're dragging me.
Not the big toe. Oh my gosh.
It hurts. Like, it's not fair. It hurts. Like, I already told Audrey, if I'm on my deathbed and I have one request, I need you to call up Mike Gamble at BioWare and say, at least just tell Jerica. She's dying. She'll sign an NDA. But she is dying. She's got 30 minutes. You gotta tell her if Shepard comes back. That's all I need to know. I need to know that.
I would hope that that's not on your deathbed and it's still not out.
Probably so. Like, I'm probably, I don't know what circumstances. Could be an old age. It could be of an accident. I don't know, but I need that. I need to know that. That was my last request.
No.
Audrey, I love you, my dog, cool, but I need to know, is FemShep going to be in the next Mass Effect?
My final was, Is it Shepard or not?
And then, yeah.
Which I think...
Then they'll make a biography about me, and like the girl that had, before she died, had to know if FemShep's coming back. Well,
you do have...
Whole movie.
You do have Mass Effect permanently in your skin, so I would think that you are... Yeah. Heavily involved in this. So I thank you for being on your soapbox and explaining to us who don't know what's going on what is your personal opinion. But I do think you also, in our Would You Rather questions, have some Mass Effect questions. Is that right?
Of course. I have to throw it in there.
So
it's been on my mind.
I would love to know what you've put together for us today as far as our questions. Jerica has come up with the majority of them. I know that we have some tough ones to get into. So let's go ahead and get into our expert mode. I'm probably going to be delayed because I'm watching out on the stream. So bear with me.
I'll read the question to you. Yeah. You don't have to, I got you, girl.
Thanks,
I got
you. Guys, definitely y'all participate too in the chat so we can know what your opinions are.
And before someone says, oh my God, Jerica, you're such a great graphic designer. This is the template from Canva. You can get it. You don't have to know about any kind of graphic design.
Perfect.
And I'm sorry if there's typos in here. I did have to go like super fast.
That's fine. Canva, honestly.
So have you ever played?
So good. Not sponsored, but Canva's great. Love Canva.
Yeah. I will say this, Kayla. We love playing Would You Rather. Mm-hmm. In our personal lives, friends, family. It's one of my favorite things. I just like questioning, could you do this or that?
Yeah.
And they have to be really, one of my favorite questions to ask people lately is like, could you deal with like being forever sticky or forever itchy? Like,
neither.
You have to pick one. Like, you have to pick one.
Yeah. If I had to pick one, it would probably be itchy. I know that sounds terrible, but I think I hate
being sticky, but like, God, they're both horrible. Like, it's really hard. Like, I go back and forth. So
sometimes I'm burdened by being like too logical about it, and I'm like, okay, I could take medicine to make me not itchy.
No, you can't.
Ah, dang it.
See, I'm going to tell you, no, you can't. You're always sticky. You're always itchy. I'm thinking sticky is going to be the least painful one.
Yeah.
Anyways, see, that's me to get you warmed up.
Yeah, that's true.
Are you warmed up now?
Yeah, I'm warmed up.
That's what this game's going to be about. So the first question, are we ready to dive into our expert mode?
Let's go!
And play? All right, cool. Kayla, would you rather play a single player or a multiplayer game for the rest of your life?
For the rest of my life.
Oh, I'll say this. Only single player games or multiplayer games. So plural. Like, you can play, it doesn't have to just be one.
Yeah. This is tough. When I'm thinking about this, I'm thinking like, that's really tough.
I mean, I'm going to say it. Like,
Go ahead.
Without no hesitation, single player games all day long. That's my favorite. If I have to throw away ever playing Destiny with friends and family. Bye.
Yeah.
It's out of here. You got to say good. But for you, I knew this was going to be a tough one.
It is tough.
You play a lot of multiplayer games.
I do. And like, I'm even thinking like years down the line, like one day, like if/when I have kids, like I won't be able to play like games with them. Like
y'all could take turns.
That's true. You know what? That's what's making me lean towards more single player is because like couch co-op in a way, right? You could like pass it back and forth because also I can't imagine
kids suck at games. You're gonna have to play for them because they're just gonna ruin it if you let them play.
I'm also thinking about like I cannot not be able to play the next Last of Us game when it comes out.
But we could play. We could not. I'm cool with missing out on the multiplayer game because that might not even come out.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see.
I agree. I think I'm gonna have to go. Even though I do play a lot more multiplayer games right now, like at this stage in my life, I don't think that would always be the case. You know, trying to think long term. Game Over Cholo said I loved Elden Ring, but I had an ugly addiction to eFootball and played about 2,000 hours over lockdown.
Woo!
Yeah, that would also be like, you know, I think I'm gonna have to go with single player and not just out of like peer pressure. I think that's because we're going to have different answers, I feel like, for other ones. But
it's a smart move.
I think I would have to do single player because, again, you could still make it an experience out of it.
And you're missing out on, like, what is basically, you know, a good single player game is a good movie or a good book. You're missing out on the good story.
Yeah. Which is
not a lot of great story in multiplayer.
Which storytelling is like one of the biggest things that I love about games. So I love the two biggest things I love about games are like the storytelling and also the camaraderie with playing with friends. So that's hard, but I think I would have to go to a single player. That was a good one to start out with. Wow.
There you go.
That was hard. Next. Let's see. I can't see it yet.
All right. Okay. Well, I'm going to read it for you.
Thank you.
Would you rather, this is in real life, solve puzzles with portals like in the game Portal, or have to engage in combat like, I don't know, Apex? You're a rootin' tootin' shooting lady over here. Like if you had to pick one or the other to... And maybe you had a fight in real life. You have to pick one.
100% puzzles. I am not a fighter. Even though I do really much enjoy the good first-person shooter game, I personally know my own limits. It is puzzles. I'm good at puzzles. I'm good at solving problems. I'm good at troubleshooting. So I would have to go with I've never played Portal, actually.
It's so good.
I know.
You need to play that.
It's on my list. Yeah. The first one's like super cheap on Steam.
It aged really well.
Yeah.
Like you could play that and it still, even with updated graphics, looks really good.
It's only like a couple dollars on Steam. I just haven't gotten around to it.
So fun.
But I love puzzles and games as well. And like, I love like having to use your resources around you and things like that. So mine would for sure be puzzles. What would your be, Jerica?
Ooh, it's a tough one because like I also have been stumped so hardcore in a puzzle game.
Yeah.
To be like, well, I'm not going to play this anymore because I can't figure it out.
Yeah. Do you get hints?
So am I
in your puzzles?
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a hint.
Yeah.
But also like I really want to figure it out.
Yeah, that's true.
And I don't have a lot of patience.
Yeah.
I don't know if you knew that about me, Kayla.
Interesting.
I'm working on it. It's gotten better.
You have.
But I don't have a lot of patience. So like, you know, if I could have, which technically this question, I could sort of bend the rules, you know, because a portal gun can be a weapon if you're smart with it, you know, especially if you know where you're putting your, you know, portals. I would specifically want the portals.
Yeah.
I would like to get around the world with portals. That'd be really convenient. I would just leave one at work and one here so I could just like wake up and walk through. But also that means anybody from work can just walk in.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah. So I scratch that. Don't want that. Anyways, there you go. Yeah, okay. Puzzles it is.
That's what CC in the chat also said. Puzzles it is. But I like that question because it is interesting because I do play a lot of combat games. However, would not personally want that unless I had like some of the abilities in some of these games that I play. But either way, still puzzles for me. Next. Let's see.
Would you rather be trapped in a Resident Evil game or Minecraft? I know we're not like huge Minecraft players, but like we know the world.
Yeah.
I know what it looks like. It's these like stupid bricks.
I used to be.
I didn't mean to call it stupid bricks.
I used to be a big Minecraft player back in the day.
Okay, Kayla. Yeah.
Me and my brother had like our own server and would play like, I just like, you know, it's kind of like farm sim adjacent, you know, because it's like you get to build stuff. I would only play in like the creative mode, not the survival mode. But I love a good Resident Evil game, and even though they're scary, it could be really fun and wacky and a good time. But in Minecraft, you could like make whatever you want, which would be also really fun. But I think I'm going to have to go with Resident Evil because even though it would be, well, it doesn't say like who you would be if you were trapped in it. Like you might not be the main character having to like Ethan Winters, you know,
I know.
Like, my hand.
My hand. You could be the hand.
Yeah. Or you could be one of the monsters even.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Game Over Cholo does say Minecraft is so soothing though. You're right. You would live a much calmer life. Except at night when what's it called to come out? I forget the name for it. What is it called?
Crawlers?
Yeah. That sounds
something
right.
Like that.
Resident Evil for me. What about you, Jerica?
This one's tough because I'm also like terrified. Like I love Resident Evil,
scary.
but I don't know
Which
if I want to
one?
be stuck in there in real life and like not being able to get out. That would be so scary.
Yeah.
Minecraft would be cool, but I'm a little scared about all the blocky looking people. You know? But if you're in either one of these worlds, I want the preface was like, okay, you know where you came from.
Yeah.
Which is the real world here. You came from this world. So I don't know if I could live in Minecraft knowing all these other cube-looking folks. Like, it's just really weird.
Robbie said you're crazy to pick Resident Evil. What the heck? I like spooky. Okay.
Yeah, but you got your ultra realism, like Resident Evil. Like a later Resident Evil would look closer to this world than Minecraft. I'd be mad looking at trees all pixelated. Ugh.
I'm trying to be BFFs with Lady Dimitrescu and live in that castle.
Yeah.
You know how nice those castles are? I'm trying to be in there.
She could bite me.
Ooh.
If she wanted to, as long as she don't kill me. I'll give some blood.
Wow. So that's
all right.
That's
I guess I didn't give my answer. I guess I would pick Minecraft.
Okay. That's the safe option.
I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm just gonna be honest, you know. Okay,
next question.
Next one.
I'll see if you guys have any more. Put them in the chat, because I know we have one from CC from, like, when we originally submitted this. Ooh.
Would you rather have Tails or Luigi as your sidekick? Mine's Tails all day long,
Me
baby.
too, because he got powers.
He can pick me up and he can fly.
Yeah.
He can get me out of stuff. Luigi,
he's just a guy.
What can he do what's he gonna do for us?
He's just gonna be a nice guy.
I need a Ravi in the chat to help us out here. Like, what is Luigi doing besides eating my food, not paying the bills? Just a roommate that has not bringing. Luigi needs rescuing.
Yes, Arabi said probably
I don't want to
Tails.
rescue my sidekick.
Yeah, exactly. Which is funny because Arabi is our resident Nintendo fan, and he even says Tails. And then CC also said Tails, loved playing as him back in the day. Luigi needs rescuing. Booze Bag said Tails has Scrappy Doo vibes. After a while, you want to punt him. That's also fair.
He will say something stupid. I'll just be like, shh.
Yeah, but he's more useful in a
fly me out of here.
Get me out. I'm ready to go. But that I could see, you know, Luigi for some people is more like beloved, you know, whatever. But not for me. I'm picking Tails every day.
Luigi looks old, and you know, what was that meme that was going around when he, like in Mario Kart, after he like threw a banana at you, like he was just like me mugging you as he drove by.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
He's after us.
Nah,
I don't trust him.
You go do
and
your
he's
own
not
thing.
paying any rent.
No. Tails would pay rent for sure. All right,
Yeah.
Let's see what we got next. I don't even remember which ones you had. So I'm scared. I'm afraid.
This is a good one. Would you rather experience your favorite game as a book or a TV show? This one's very easy for me. I'm not reading like I should. I'm going to say a TV show because I really want to see it. My brain, it can come up with things in my head I could visualize things, but I want to see someone else try to do it in real life.
Yeah, y'all probably already know my answer. Mine would be book, mainly because when I first think of this, it makes me think of Last of Us, which is already a TV show. A Last of Us book would be really cool because one thing I
would read it.
Yeah. What I like about books is that, like, for me, I'm able to like visualize how it would be. Like, it literally looks like a movie in my head with, like, when I'm reading, as long as the author like writes it well. But what I like about books is you get internal monologue most of the time. So, you know, so like you don't necessarily get Ellie, you get Ellie's like, you get some of her thoughts like that she speaks aloud in The Last of Us show, and same with Joel, but you don't get to hear like what they're actually thinking, which you do in a book. So I think that would be really interesting. CC in the chat.
You're selling me.
Yeah, you would read it. You would read it. Come on, you know you would. Death Stranding book was pretty cool. Last of Us 2 would be amazing. Was there a Death Stranding book?
I actually need to I forget. Yes. I need to pick it up. I'd like to go through that and see if that's easier to consume than the game was.
Wow. See, that might be something I could get on with because I surprisingly never finished Death Stranding.
Shoot. Yeah, read the book.
Yeah.
Done. You should just read the book.
Okay, all right. Yeah. CC said, still needing the Zoolander Center for adults who want to read. Good. Give me a show.
Yes. Same here.
Robbie also said,
I don't read enough.
Didn't know Death Stranding had a book. I'll definitely be reading that as soon as possible. So yes, book for me, but show is also really cool. I love a good adaptation, which I feel like sometimes can be few and far between. So, but book gives you a little bit more, which I appreciate. So
I didn't think about the internal thoughts of the characters. That would be really cool to get that.
Some shows do it. It's just sometimes it's kind of cringy because it's like they're just like looking into the distance like this, and you just like hear the voices in their head.
Maybe I should read more.
Ooh, that was me. This is a good one for you.
So my keyboard's also a little messed up. My girlfriend is building me a keyboard, but some of the keys aren't working. So I ship. All right, spend a week in space with Commander Shipor. Or a month on your Animal Crossing island.
Ooh.
Hang out with Commander Shepard in space, or a month on your Animal Crossing island, which I gotta say, still a tough choice. Just because I love Mass Effect don't mean I want to hang out with Commander Shepard.
Yeah. I would like to know your answer because I don't know the gal. So
it depends what Shepard we're talking about, but I'm imagining this is the Shepard that I have played through the trilogy with, and yeah, it's tough because I also would. Let's all go back in time. Let's forget about the COVID thing.
Yeah.
Forget about the COVID thing, though. But just remember you were forced to be at home and play Animal Crossing, New Horizons, right? Is that what it's called?
Yes.
I already forgot the name. Is that what the new one's called?
Yes.
Newest one. And just how chill and fun and happy that game was. And I know you were thinking the same thing I was saying. Like, man, I really wish I could just be there.
Yeah.
I want to be there, feel the breeze, let the little animals talk to me and make me feel good about myself, bring me presents, Yeah. And that's just a feel good place. I feel like that's a little slice of heaven.
That's true.
Is your Animal Crossing island.
Robbie has a good point, though. He says, I kind of want to see space because an Animal Crossing island is just an island.
I just made it sound so peaceful and, it's a slice of heaven. Yeah, some of those animals can be weird.
Yeah.
But maybe this is your curated island.
You can also kick people out. So there is that. You can get rid of people.
Always wanted to go to space, though.
Yeah.
Just like Robbie says, like that is a dream, like in real life.
And it's just a week.
I will not be able to afford it ever, but I would love to be able to go to space.
Yeah.
That would be really cool to see and experience. So, final answer. I will have to spend a week with Commander Shepard. A week in space is enough time.
Yeah.
Ask some questions. Ask them, all right, theoretically, if this were to happen, or this, well, technically there's 4 scenarios. Could you survive these endings?
You also could, depending on where in the timeline that you go, could warn them of their death as well.
I just need to know if they're in the next game. All right, listen. I'm like, I got to go back in a week. Can you just sort of tell me what you got planned? Are you gone? Are you in another dimension? Are we in the solar system, the soul system? Or are you? Is it a multiverse thing now? Like, tell me.
Multiverses are hard right now. So
what would you pick, Kayla?
Well, that's hard because, like I said earlier, I have not played Mass Effect. But like you said, I would love to go to space. That's a pretty cool opportunity. But I pretty well curated and customized my Animal Crossing island. So I'm gonna have to pick my Animal Crossing island because
it's a tough one.
I have a lot of pals there that I would like to visit. So
and the music's so good.
It is, yeah. That's what plays in my head on a 24/7 basis. So
I don't know. That's how it goes.
I haven't picked that up since COVID, so I might get flashbacks if I were to go there and be like,
just immediately your throat starts hurting and you have a fever. No, it's just you just think about COVID. Oh, I went backwards.
Oh no. Next. Yeah, it seems like
this one's for you. This one's for you, Kayla.
No.
Would you rather play a Last of Us farm simulator or a Last of Us game made by Telltale or like Don't Nod in the vein of like Life is Strange? Okay. A new game. Not a remake or anything like that. Just a brand new Last of Us game. But it could be a farming simulator. Or maybe it's DLC. If we played The Last of Us Part 2, there was a lot of hopes and dreams on that farm, okay? A lot of things I was thinking about, wish I could have experienced and watched. That sounds creepy now. Didn't mean to make it sound creepy. But I would love to take care of goats on a farm in The Last of Us world. But think about it. How much did you like Life is Strange?
I love Life is Strange.
And I've played the Walking Dead games by Telltale, and they were so good.
Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. Because if you've listened to, like, if you've never heard us talk about this before, we have a whole other podcast, Clicker Bait, where we talk all about The Last of Us. And we've done a lot of Last of Us episodes just on this channel, too, or on this podcast. We've done one where I talked about how much I would enjoy a farm sim. So Jerica is targeting me.
I am.
But, okay, let's think logically about this. I play farm sims on a regular basis. I'm a big Stardew Valley
But you know,
replayer.
if Naughty Dog, if the farm sim was made by Naughty Dog, like, you knew it'd probably be the best farming game of all time.
And like what I imagine is like it's also like a horde system, right? Like where you got to defend your farm from zombies, like a Plants vs. Zombies.
There's an amazing story.
Okay,
maybe you create your own character.
Yeah. But okay, so how amazing would it be to be like in a story-based, like, or a choice-based like game that is like, but like you said, it would be made by somebody else, so it wouldn't necessarily be Naughty Dog.
They're overseeing the project, but they're gonna be like, hey, we're gonna give you the rights to tell your own story here because we know you do it well.
I have a question.
Just run. Ask them a few questions. Yeah, ask Naughty Dog questions if you are unsure. But what's your question?
Naughty Dog, I would like to ask, is this continuing the main story or is this a side story?
This is a side story. But characters we know and love.
Okay. That's fine. I
will say they might, some characters, I would say at least one character shows up that would make this interesting.
Okay. When I'm thinking long-term replayability, I'm gonna have to pick the farm sim.
I mean, that'd be really freaking cool.
I'm gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick it.
They should just do that instead of this multiplayer thing. They should just do a farming sim.
Oh, but the multiplayer thing also sounds really cool, though. Ravi said that they would pick Telltale / Don't Nod for me, but both would be fun. Game Over Cholo
I know.
Says The Last of Us farm and management. I already think too much of the horses and admin stuff. Yes, horses. You can have your own stable.
I mean, what if the game ended up you are building eventually it turns into your own settlement that you're building?
Yeah.
It's like a whole city sim situation.
Yes. That's it. Give me
trading resources with other settlements.
Give me that.
I'd play the hell out of that game.
What would you pick?
I would pick the farming. I'm gonna pick the farming sim too.
Yeah, but it's
tough though, because like
it is hard.
Now I'm going back because like I love. I enjoyed the Walking Dead series. Telltale does a good job there, and like just like a Life is Strange. Game where I'm not having to like worry about being great at the game. Like it's just a good story, and I'm investigating the world. It's all about the characters.
You get choice options. You get to see how other people decided, how it affects the game, different outcomes.
Yeah,
which does have its own real replayability because you could get different outcomes.
Because Last of Us is known for making the people feel really weird about the choices that the characters are making, and you can't do anything about it. Like this time you could do something about it.
Yeah, could you imagine some of the Last of Us 2 like playing, like having to make choices? Like imagine that. Robbie had a fun suggestion in the chat for a farm sim would be cool if you could be evil and raise clickers.
Like you have, I feel like part 2 they had some of them like in chains, like used as weapons, like guard dogs, essentially.
Yeah, and the one they had under the floor in the show, like that was kind of cool. Like kidnap people and trap them in farm clickers.
There you go. Clicker farm
sim for me. CC said, "LOL, just raising cordyceps." Yep.
Yeah, just got a mushroom farm over here.
Yep. Shroom farm.
If you leave them in the ground long enough, they will climb out.
Yes. That's part of the sim. And I bet there would be, if Naughty Dog was making it, there'd be like a storyline too, which I think would be fun. Really?
I forget.
So sorry.
Okay, cool. All right, next question. All right, this one's another one. Kayla, I'm just like slapping you in the face with these questions. I really want to know. I want Kayla to struggle with life right now.
No.
Okay, Kayla.
Why?
Would you rather have Titanfall 3 or an insanely awesome single player Overwatch game? Because didn't they cancel it?
They did.
They decided not to. Yeah, and that's what I was excited about.
Oh,
so like without a doubt, like both games are going to be amazing, but you have to know the Overwatch game, masterpiece. IGN's giving it a 10 out of 10. Like it's given God of War 2018 a run for his money. Like that's how good this Overwatch game is. Okay, not to say the Titanfall 3 would be this great, but it would be great, but it wouldn't be this great.
No. Oh my God. Okay. Well, this is hard because I've gotten a taste of what Overwatch would be because they even showed some stuff. I've been an Overwatch fan for a long time. Blizzard has done some questionable things with Overwatch.
But maybe they get it together and do this,
But here's the thing. I don't know. Chat, help me. Majority of the people in the chat are saying Titanfall 3 because
wow,
we've never thought that we would get this. And people that are Titanfall fans are pretty hardcore, right? So
I could tell.
The first Titanfall that we got was, I get them mixed up. Which one is which? I think it's the first one that we got was completely multiplayer, had no story. Yeah. And it was phenomenal. Like gunplay was so good. At the time, it was like next gen console level, like really great performance. Was fun to play with friends. It just like felt good to play on your own. Then the second one is when you got the story, which was so good. The story, very impactful, leaves in a place where you're going to think they're going to make another one, and they have not. And it's been crickets, radio silence. Except
maybe I don't want to play this now.
Except you really should.
I know it's on my list. I started it.
And then, you get the kind of like nuggets of things and story items in Apex, which is made by the same people.
It's in the same universe.
World. Some of the same characters, but it's not the same.
Yeah.
I
go with your gut.
I think my gut says Overwatch, which is
really,
I don't know.
Whoa.
But when I think long term, like, I think I would have to pick. That's not. I don't know. This is hard. Jerica did this on purpose.
Yeah, I did it on purpose.
But with how Overwatch, like how Blizzard's been handling things and like canceling things left and right, leaving things in the dust, I feel like they wouldn't necessarily add a lot to the game. So like you would get this great single player experience, which I enjoy the multiplayer experience that exists with Overwatch. And Titanfall the servers were shut down for the original Titanfall game, so you can't play anymore on there.
Aww,
so
that's sad.
The multiplayer aspect is shut down. So I would think if you get a Titanfall 3, since they've done both, they've done like the multiplayer and they've done the story, that Titanfall 3 would include both, I would assume.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Titanfall because I think that you would get not only a great continuation of the story, you would also get the like multiplayer aspects back and the server, and I want to do that for people also and give them that experience back because it was so good. So
I'm letting you make all those adjustments in your head because I knew this one was hard, so I was letting you really speculate and talk realistically through this one. I mean, I'm gonna say Titanfall 3. Only because of what you said.
It's less expected.
I could care less about Overwatch.
I enjoy Overwatch. I'll just be honest. I was excited for the single player aspect, and then they canceled it, and I'm kind of salty about it. So I don't even want it now.
I am salty about it too.
Okay.
All
Give me a break, Jerica.
We have 8 more.
Give me a break.
They won't be as tough for you anymore. All right, if we had to pick, because we have to have some, we're Last of Us fans. Yeah. Someone some Last of Us questions. If you had to have Ellie or Abby for personal security, like you have personal security, like with you at all times, your bouncer essentially, wherever you go, who would you pick?
You go first.
I almost said Abby, but then I was just like, no. Nah, I want Ellie, because she's going to be someone that can get scrappy in a fight, be sneaky. Like, you wouldn't know.
Yes.
Ellie is my personal security, okay? She's, like, blending in, jumping out of trees and shit, and stabbing people, like on the ground, incognito, cutting heels. She's sneaky.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like she's a real scrappy gal.
I agree. I think that I would also go with Ellie because she's more unassuming. So because of that,
yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, yeah, because like she's, you don't know what's going on. Also, I'd rather talk to her than Abby, probably. Just gonna be honest.
See, there's an added benefit. You get to talk.
Yeah.
Both of these people are pretty messed up, though.
Yeah.
So are you wanting to be their therapist?
No,
well? That should have been question 2.
Unpopular opinion for us though, because Ravi and CC in the chat both said Abby, but I'm gonna.
Well, she's scary. People probably wouldn't approach me if they saw Abby.
Yeah, for sure.
If I had to have someone, if I had a stalker or someone trying to kill me everywhere I went, Abby would definitely be more of a deterrent.
Yes, yeah, but Ellie would be more incognito. That's a good point. GZDR forever. Said Ellie is immune to disease. So
yeah, so she's gonna be surviving when the fungal apocalypse comes up. My security guard is still doing her job.
Yeah, CC said, "Hell, she can see my therapist.
We could go together.
Yeah, come on down. Let's go together." Wow, that was a good one though. That one's fun.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, next.
All right, Kratos is your gym partner for the rest of your life, or you can travel the world with Nathan Drake for a year.
Ooh. I like that there's the option of like rest of your life with Kratos, because that's like a permanent thing, but Nathan Drake is just a year. But
going to, like, every time you go to the gym, Kratos is there. Because if you're at the gym, Kratos is there to talk you through and motivate you and also tell you, you suck. How are you going to get better, boy? Yeah. And I'm not a boy, but he's going to still call me boy and say, like, you suck, boy. What is one of the sayings? I feel like you're not ready. Or what does it say? Do better.
Do better.
I feel so lame. I forgot the quote. don't do this, be better, something.
Yeah.
Anyways, I just feel like I would just never go to the gym. So there's no point in Kratos being my gym partner because I'd be like, I'm not going to go to the gym because Kratos is there.
Do not be sorry, be better. There you go.
Yeah, and I just don't need him in my face telling me that when I'm trying to go really hard on the elliptical for 10 minutes.
Robbie said Nathan Drake for a year, although it could be dangerous and illegal.
I didn't consider the dangerous and Nathan Drake's stealing stuff.
Yeah,
you're
right.
going to hang out with a thief.
Yeah.
So
CC said, will I be shot at? Probably.
No.
No?
Okay, yes. We can't answer that.
Yeah. The risk. I think I'm going with Nathan Drake for a lot of the reasons that you said, because I do go to the gym. However, I like to go at my own pace. I like to have my AirPods in, listen to my audiobook, and just zone out. I don't need Kratos there telling me how to get jacked. I'll just be honest.
Be like, I'm sorry, Kratos. I'm sorry.
I'm listening to my audiobook. JZD said Nathan would do something stupid in Dubai and we both end up in jail. Yeah, basically. All right. That was a hard one.
I'm willing to take the risk though, because I think that'd be a fun thing to add to my resume. I did this. Yeah. Hey. I hung out with a thief for a year, but I didn't steal anything. He did.
Yep.
Promise. This question came from our friends.
Yeah.
One of our friends, Kyle, had this question. Kojima makes a new but incomprehensible Metal Gear game, or Death Stranding 2 makes sense. Which is sort of shots fired in both regards, in my opinion. Death Stranding made sense, okay? I thought Death Stranding made sense. It's a little out there and some stuff doesn't make sense, but most of it makes sense. Is it scientifically proven? No. A lot of things in Death Stranding are total fiction for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
But it sort of makes sense. It made sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
So honestly though, I wouldn't want to risk Death Stranding 2 making sense, because that'd probably make it a worse game.
That's fair.
I don't need it to make complete sense.
We just need it to make sense to Kojima.
Exactly. That's fine. So I would take the, incomprehensible Metal Gear game, because I think that's a fun time. Because which Metal Gear game makes sense, honestly?
Yeah.
Do any of them actually make sense? I don't think so.
I will go with your opinions, because I feel like I don't have a dog in this fight. So,
all right.
I believe
you. Maybe you should read the book, and then you can tell us if it makes sense or not.
I would actually... that's gonna be on my list. I think that would be fun.
Read the book. Read the book.
Not a lot. I haven't read a lot of games that are turned into books.
I actually love this idea more. Like, you read that book and let's come back together and talk about Death Stranding.
Yeah, like from my perspective and your perspective.
Yeah, like you read the book. Like, did you get more from it playing or reading the book, or me finishing and playing the game?
That would be really fun. We should definitely do that.
That'd be a good episode.
Yeah, I'm writing it down.
I read Death Stranding. I played it.
Let's compare notes.
Let's compare notes.
That's fun.
All right, we got 5 questions left.
All right, let's go.
Would you rather never get a sequel to your favorite game, or get a bad sequel? Pierce wrote in with this one. Never get a sequel to your favorite game, or just you get a bad sequel.
Honestly, I would rather not have one than have a bad one. I think that...
Ooh. I'm in the same boat.
I think that it would be unfortunate to have it end badly than
correct.
Yeah.
I mean, we played Andromeda. Not saying Andromeda was a bad sequel, because it technically wasn't a sequel, but it wasn't great. So
yeah,
I would have to say never get a sequel. I sort of just don't want to know Mass Effect's coming out again.
It would be unfortunate if this particular game we're talking about ended in a cliffhanger and you never got one,
Oh, God.
That would be unfortunate, but I still think that I wouldn't want another one if it's bad. Sunbro said never get one for sure. Cognitive CC said it wasn't not a sequel. That one's tough, but I think I'm just gonna have to go with not, because like I'd rather just
never get a sequel. Would you rather Titanfall live where it's at or Titanfall get a bad sequel?
Live where it's at.
Was it prequel? That's before.
I'd rather.
Prequel? Is that it? Yeah, yeah. I always hear prequel and I think it's before the sequel, which makes it the first one. I don't know. That's me being deep and dumb.
Never.
Okay, let's go. The next question. Pause time. Like in, is it super hot? Or rewind time like in Life is Strange.
Ooh.
I forget the games, but Aravi wrote in with this one.
Ooh. I think that both of these would be very beneficial. How far back can you go? In Life is Strange, you can't go back like super far because you get like burn out.
Let's say a minute.
I think I would. How long is that the same? You can pause for a minute or rewind for a minute?
Sure. We'll put a time on it. Yeah, a minute.
I think I'd rather rewind because...
Rewind time. Same.
Because if something bad happens, you can be like, oh shit, and go back. But you don't know... Well, pausing could like be beneficial as well. But I think I would say rewind for sure.
If we didn't have a timer on it, pausing time, immediately the first thing I'd pick if it was infinite. Because I only want to pause time so I can sleep in every single day.
Ooh.
Sleep as long as I want.
Yeah.
Pause time and just sleep. Because, obviously when you pause time, nothing else is moving around you. Like you are, everything around you has paused. You're just sort of suspended in this moment. Mm-hmm. And that's the perfect time to sleep.
Yeah, that's true. Because nobody's waiting on you. Nobody expects anything.
Just hit pause and just sleep for another 3 hours every day.
That's a good one. Aravi said probably rewind so I can place a sports bet.
He's smart. God, that's smart because that would be perfect.
Or win the lottery or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I just almost spilt my candle over. Sorry, y'all. Burn my house down.
I don't know. It'd be really nice like tomorrow knowing I could pause time and sleep in.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Okay.
All right.
Logical thinking. Next.
This one, so from here on out is our friends of the show, Respawn Aim Fire. So if they get a little weird, that's because they're really, really weird over on that show. They're weird. They're really weird people. So, okay.
I love them, though.
All right. Have to control all of your games with a rock band guitar or a bop it.
Ooh. Interesting.
I would say a bop it because I think that's the closer size and scale of a controller anyways. It's just one big button, something you flick, something you pull. So like if it's small, I feel like that's definitely more doable than like you having to play like this.
I think I'm gonna go with rock band guitar because I think it would be really cool.
It'd be cool, but it's gonna be hard. You're gonna get tired.
It would be difficult. It would be hard, but I think that would be fun. I also played a lot of. I did play Rock Band, but I played a lot of Guitar Hero back in the day. And Late from Lunch said Miyamoto would love to make a Bop It game.
Bop it, pull it,
twist
flick
it.
Which the other one?
Twist it.
Oh, they said kiss it.
Twist it.
Late night version right there.
Kiss it. Ooh.
Kiss it. Oh.
Next.
All right. Anytime you're playing video games, your mouth fills to capacity with spit every 20 seconds, or you can. I told you these are weird. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Anytime you're playing games, your mouth fills to capacity with spit every 20 seconds, or you can only play with your mouth open, requiring excessive amounts of water every 5 minutes. I forgot to add in here because I ran out of space. Basically, you would have to have a bucket like underneath your mouth so you can just let the drool, because that is how much spit.
Definitely mouth open. Okay. 100%.
Mouth open?
Yes. Because I already drink a lot of water, so I could just have it ready to go. Or even one of those little water packs, those little backpacks with the straw. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that is a good idea.
Yeah.
But But your mouth open, though, I've been to the dentist. It hurts.
Yeah, that's true. I have TMJ, so.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it.
I hate the feeling of my mouth being full of spit. That like, bleh, bleh.
Yeah, and I also hate the smell of spit. It smells horrible.
That's a good point, too.
Spit smells.
Aravi said every 5 minutes is more manageable than every 20 seconds. CC said mouth open to encourage you to drink enough water. Late from lunch said requiring water intake every 5 minutes is definitely better for you. That's true, yeah. But it would be uncomfortable all the same. So.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh, there's a duplicate. Sorry.
Oh,
so last question. We're on the last question.
I do have one from CC too. We can read after.
Okay.
For our last one.
All right. We'll save that one for last year. And that's all. That would be all of them. Do we have any more I should add?
No. I just have.
Okay,
I have
cool.
His last one that I have written down.
All right. Last weird one from Respawn Aim Fire. Mm-hmm. They had tons. I wish we could go through all of them. All right. Would you rather eat enemies and turn them into eggs as weapons, Yoshi, or shoot eggs out of your mouth / booty like Kazooie?
Oh, okay.
How is it? There we go.
So when you're Kazooie, I didn't play. Is it Banjo-Kazooie?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you just have unlimited ammo inside your body?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. I would love to shoot eggs out of my booty hole. Like for a secret superhero power, that's what I want. No one's questioning it. If anything, they're running away. Like it's like a double-edged sword. Like for my enemies. It's like, oh my God, she's shooting eggs out of her butt. But also the eggs are dangerous, so get out of the way. Run away from all of it.
Oh my God. That is so funny. I think I would pick that one too.
You'd also, I bet it hurts though.
Oh yeah. You gotta be realistic.
But they're like chickens, you know? You've seen an egg come out of a chicken, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like an ostrich. All birds are pooping out eggs, so it doesn't hurt them. So hopefully if I'm a bird, have that mechanic like a bird, like a mechanic, like a cave. It doesn't hurt my butthole, hopefully. I don't know. Maybe it does. Maybe that's the wrong answer. I need to ask. Respawning Fire.
I want to know what they picked.
This one.
I want to know what they picked. Aravi said shoot eggs. CC said Yoshi. Aravi also said I could work at a cafeteria and just spit them out. That is funny. I've never played Banjo-Kazooie, but I think I would pick that one for sure. Last one, honorable mention. From CC. This is a good one and reflective on some of the things we've been talking about earlier in the episode.
Okay.
So Cognitive Clips said on Instagram, would you rather play only games released in 2023 for the rest of time or only games released in 2018? God of War, Celeste, Spider-Man, the first one, Red Dead Redemption 2. So only games released this year. Baldur's Gate, Spider-Man 2, Alan Wake 2, Resident Evil. Huh?
I can let some of the classic masterpieces die. I'm going to pick this year because of the sheer amount of games. Ew. And also that Baldur's Gate, I feel like it's like so many hours worth of game.
That's true, yeah.
You know?
That's true.
Unless there's something I'm missing that came out also in 2018 that I'd just be like, damn, I can't ever play that again.
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm going to look it up and just so we can, okay. So I'm going to list off some more. Red Dead Redemption 2, which also you could play for a lot of time. Monster Hunter World, Super Smash Brothers, also. God of War.
I could live without it.
First Spider-Man, Detroit Become Human, Far Cry 5, Shadow of Colossus.
Yeah. Remake, yeah, that was a good one.
Fallout 76. Sea of Thieves came out. I like Sea of Thieves. Celeste, Octopath Traveler. The final Telltale season of The Walking Dead came out that year.
Damn, that would suck. Well, here's the thing. That one's pretty easy for me. I like this one because it's easy for me.
Jerica. Destiny 2 came out in 2018.
No, it didn't.
Oh, Forsaken. No, just the Forsaken.
Forsaken did. Okay. I was like, wait, no, it's been 10 years.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Well, it has probably been 10 years. It's probably been like 6.
And then
Forsaken, though, great DLC.
That's really all the major ones. Late from Lunch said 2023 Counter-Strike 2. I'm good forever.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, Cece said the gas from Kayla, though. I was about to think we got her. I was about to think we got her, but then I realized it was just a DLC.
No, so. I'm not one to actually go back and play a lot of games I've played before, believe it or not. Like, I rarely do that. I rarely do. Like, I'm always playing like the latest new things, like what's new, what I haven't played. I'll play it once and be done.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd rather take what's this year because I have way more games to keep me busy for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And even if you like not only just the big games we talked about, but also like we were talking, there are a lot of good indie games came out this year.
I thought though, if there's any games that I still haven't played that came out in 2018 though, that I forgot about, and I was like, damn, can't play that now.
That was a good question though. Thank you, CC, for that one. This was really fun. I had a good time. Let us know if there's any other like kind of things like this that we could do. Like, I would love to, maybe we could get a couple of friends on and do like a trivia night. That would also be fun. One time with some of our friends, we did I'm terrible at this, so I would have to just like be a bystander, but like guess that music in video games, like guess that song, guess where that music's from. I'm not good at that, but it's fun.
I could only do that with Sonic games. I freaked Audrey out the other night because she like played like a snippet of like this. Like, she bought like a vinyl collection of like old retro games from some website, and she played it for like a split second. I was like, Sonic Spinball, and she's like, what the hell? It was like 2 seconds. I'm like, yeah, like I know that soundtrack inside and out. So any old Sonic game, I could do that. It'd be the only place I win.
GZDR said favorite cereals based on video game. Fun fact, we used to we need to bring back food as video game episodes. Remember?
But for this year, all the games this year, if they were food, what food would they be to describe their, if they were food, what would they be?
Yes, we used to do this.
There's a lot you could tell by what a food, I don't know. I can't use my words. I've gotten very tired. So
well, we're almost done.
I mean?
Yeah. We used to do this back in the day where we would compare like food as video games. And I think we could easily do that for this year because we have so many.
Yeah, roasted goat. He knows how to play this game.
Yes, perfect. I'm going to have to resurrect one of those episodes and re-listen to it because those are some of my favorite ones. We used to do such random stuff like that. We'll have to bring it back for sure.
Yeah, let's do it.
But yeah, let us know. Anything you want to see from us, you can always let us know. But I thank you guys so much for being here for this one. If you're listening after the fact, send us a message. If you have any more questions, we can just post them. That would be fun too. Yeah! And we're going to go to bed and see you guys next time.
I'll see y'all tomorrow because I'm playing Alan Wake 2.
Yes, what time again?
I don't know what that was. 9:00. Ow, my head. I'll be here, ready to go, ready to shine my light on some people. Let's go.
Let's
go.
Bye.